Waka, what's up, and welcome back to the channel for yet another FC Finch review. And yeah, gonna do another classic rewind today. I do got something that's relatively new coming up this week, but you know what? I decided, we're gonna take it a bit easy on a Saturday, just kind of ease into it, and we are going to go through something that I recently acquired, MP-18 Plus Bluestreak. And for those that don't know, this mold is super old. This is, I believe, so MP-18. So again, this is like right up there with Sideswipe. I mean, it's a super old mold. Takara so far the only one to do the Datsun team, barring knockoffs, which are basically cheaper versions made of the Takara version. So no other company really taking a stab at the Datsun team today. But Takara did re-release several Takara did release several tune-colored versions of these. In fact, there's tune-colored versions of all of them: Bluestreak, Prowl, and Smokescreen. So this is mine of Bluestreak. So we're gonna take a look at him today. We're gonna kind of go over, because me personally, I'm gonna say it right now. I hear a lot like, this mold needs a redo, and third-party companies are trying. I personally still like this mold. I still think this mold still holds up today. I know I'm probably getting a lot of disagreements on that. I still personally like it, and I'm going to kind of go over what I like about it and all that good stuff. So we're going to talk about that today. So firstly, normally at this point, I would take a look at the box and the card. However, I bought this secondhand from another collector, so I did not have the box and the card. So we're just going to jump right in and start taking a look at the vehicle mode, which we are going to do right now. So there is that vehicle mode, the Datsun 280Z, and we'll change the camera up here. So again, the more tune color version, and again, we're going over this because I always use MP-18 Streak as my vehicle comparison. So I figured, let's review the comparison bot, or a type like the comparison bot. So again, we got looks like blue paint. In fact, it looks like the entire outer body is painted. You can see this nice kind of clear silverish color. It looks really good. And then of course the hood painted that nice kind of like deep looks like a deep blue, deep grayish blue. Looks really nice. And you got the plastic for the headlights. Very light feeling bot. I'm not sure if there's any die cast in this at all, save for some of the metal hardware. And then of course you got the lights. Looks like there's kind of there's a little transparent the lights done really well done. The transparent circle around a silverish painted. Looks really super accurate. And then you got that nice done in a gray plastic, the front bumper, very 80s ish. Compacts really well. In fact, I like how the head hides away. Head's right under here. But yeah, this looks really good. It compacts super well. You do got the hands hanging out, but whatever. They really aren't obtrusive or anything. Wheels really well done. They look period correct. I'm not too familiar with Datsun 280s, but these do look period correct for the era of the car. And then if we come back, we got some orange paint for the taillights. Again, very plain tune look. Do got the nice windshield wiper detail here. You got it up front too. It's just cast in the plastic for the rest of the body. That doesn't move or anything. And then of course the nice transparent blue hued plastic covers. It doesn't really do a great job of covering up the robot bits, but again, what do you want? I mean, it's again, this is one of the first molds, so just super cool to have a tune accurate version of this. But yeah, no, really good looking. Again, the way Takara does these vehicle modes, I absolutely love it. They've got the emblem right up here. Kind of hard to say. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, okay, so because it's tune accurate. Okay, so the non-tune accurate ones have the Z emblem up front. So, but yeah, super cool. And before we move on real quick, I just want to mention he does roll fine enough. Does very well. So again, really super cool. They're plastic tires, so no rubber or anything like that. As for accessories, so here's the thing. Like I stated, I bought this secondhand. I'm not sure. I know MP-18 came with the launchers, the toy launchers. I'm not sure if this guy came with them either. He does come with the slots to mount them. So if you have the toy launchers from MP-18, you could probably put them on there, or Prowl. I mean, Prowl came with them too. And I believe the toy version of Prowl, the tuned version of Prowl still comes with them. Now I know Prowl can mount the gun behind the siren, and this is basically they're all the same gun. I can't find anywhere to mount this. I thought this peg might move, but I'm not sure. I don't know anywhere to mount the gun. It's no heartache for me, because you know my stance on mounting the guns in vehicle mode. But yeah, I'm just, I wish I had something more for you. I don't have instructions with this. So again, if you know in the comments, feel free to let me know. I don't know if you can mount the gun anywhere, which again, fine by me. I'm just gonna leave it. I prefer to keep them in car mode, no guns or nothing like that. But yeah, so wish I had more to tell you on that. So yeah, he does not do any of that. And for a comparison, let's bring in our typical comparison, the man of the hour today, MP-18. So you can kind of see, you know, everything that they did, you know, from I believe this is Diaclone to Tune. So you know, you can kind of see it again. They look like a couple of cool Datsuns, and you got the Z logo up on the toy. We're not going to review MP-18 because it's basically the same mold, but yeah. So you can see, I mean, they look, you know, it's the 80s, man. What do you want? It's the car show right here. So there you go. All right, so let's get down to transformation of MP-18 Plus, and yeah, this most of everybody already knows. A lot of people have this mold, so this is as simple as it gets. So what we're going to do first is we are going to bring the arms down. You can see they have a tab slot connection right up there, and then of course they tab themselves together right in there. So we're just going to bring these two down, and you can kind of bring the arms out just like that if you want. And then we're going to lift the top hatch up. So now we got this going on, just trying to give ourselves this room. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to open this hatch right here. You can see the head's just hiding right in there. And we're going to bring it around. It's going to come around this hinge and go up like that. We can spin the head all the way around. And now what we can do is you have these side mirror tabs here, and we're just going to bring this down, and you can see the piece of the front wheel well is just going to fit right in there just like that, and it's a very usable hinge. It's kind of like a double hinge system. Same thing for the other side. Just going to bring it down just like that. So this is how that is looking. And next up, what we can do on this hinge here, it's already kind of started attaching itself. We're going to pull the door out. It's just a hinge, small tab slot connection, tabs right there, tabs right here. And you're just going to bring this out. Same thing with the other side. Bring this out just like that, all the way out if you can. And then, of course, what we can do now is we can kind of bring the cannons out. They're just tucked right back in here. And you could either, at this point, you could either shove them underneath the car, but I'm going to leave them out because that is the way Bluestreak is. So I'm going to leave them out, and you can just push it. They'll kind of click in. You can see the little tab right here. Let me show you. You can see the tab latch on right here. And there you go. And then what we can do is we can bring this whole piece down. And we want to have the arms out like this. We kind of bring this out and place it up in here, and that's where our shoulder's going to be. And then you have this slot so you can bring the shoulders up. Same thing for the other side. And what you can do is you can close this hatch up here, and you have a little, you can see it right here. It's kind of hard to get in. This tab right here is going to fit right in here. Has this tab right here. And it's kind of a hard connection. You might just, it might not tap in place, so hold on, I'll get it off camera. All right, so that's about as good as I'm gonna get mine. Now real quick, what you can do is you could bring the doors, just they're on a separate hinge right inside here. You can see the bolt, and you can just bring them up like that to give them this door wing look. And last but not least, you can take this piece right here and just kind of fold it in, and then you can bring these up, and they're going to tab right into here. So now you basically have the whole upper version of the car, and now we can essentially split the legs, and we can bring the, actually we'll leave those up. So we're almost done, and what we're going to do is we're going to open this piece up right here. And what we can do is we have to separate the side, and it's on this double hinge system all hidden in here. and bring that, and then you could bring this down. It's good. You guys see you're on the double jointed knee, and you just bring it down. And this plate should come up all the way. This is going to kind of form his toe. And you can bring the hinge inward. And then what we can do is take the glass, put it in front of the tab. I believe it goes in, no, it goes behind the tab. Never mind, it goes behind the tab. Sorry about that. And then you flip back, you can flip back the heel spur. Just like that, you see this little tailpipe. And then you just bring this back up and that'll form the inside of the foot. And that is one leg all entirely done, and the other leg is just like that. And for the final step, all you gotta do is spin the waist 180. Bring that up. Make sure you can pin the door. You can have the doors. I usually like to hang back, but you can hinge them out wherever you want to do that. And there we have, finally, at long last, there we have MP-18 Plus, the Datsun mold, in robot form. So how about that? So there he is in robot mode, and yeah, you know, it's quite weird because, I mean, I know we've seen Prowl, and Prowl's basically the same mode, but we've never seen Streak, or well, we'll never see my Streak in robot mode because he's eternally in car mode for car comparisons. But, you know, it's cool to just kind of see, it's cool to kind of get this guy, you know, do the transformation and watch him go through the motion. So let's get a look at him. Now again, he does have a nice cartoony face sculpt. The eyes look really good. They're like a painted blue, a bit darker than eggshell blue, like a light blue. I kind of really like how they're done. I like how the little horns are done too. It looks, I mean, again, it looks like just like it jumped out of the cartoon. Looks really, really good. Autobot logo on the top, and no, it is not a repro label because I don't believe they made KOs of this particular figure or any of the Toon Accurate figures. So again, if you're not a fan of KOs and you want a surefire way right now to know that you got a genuine figure, buy the Plus models. Of course, they do come at a premium and they're very hard to find. But yeah, overall, it looks really, really good. It's a good mix of plastic, and then of course it looks like again the body has paint on it. You got the paint on the hood here, but again a lot of plastic coloring. I'm not too put off by that. Again, this looks really, really good, at least from the front. From the side view, looks okay if you wouldn't lean back. Looks pretty okay from the side view, and again, so far no real hardware visible on the top. You do got these, but again, they kind of, I feel like they kind of fit in because you got these two little molded details right here. Again, lots of nice molded detail on the chest. That looks really, really good. But yeah, no, superb, just real awesome. And then of course, if we come to the back, and you can see all the hardware hidden on the back, the doors, you can see inside the doors and whatnot, they have like that nice 80s indoor detail. That's really cool. And then the two screws, which, hey, automotive screws, what do you know? I'm just kidding with that. So, but yeah, overall, really, really good. The only thing I can knock it for, and again, this is just due to the age of the mold, is the back of his feet. Yeah, nothing really to cover these up. These are pretty open right there, just not the masterpiece way. So again, I can really see the arguments why people say this needs an update. I still do like it very much, but I can certainly see the arguments. And of course, the back, again, you got a lot of open space back here, but again, it doesn't look too terrible with this blocking it. But again, overall, yeah, really, really good looking. Absolutely love this thing in robot mode. Talk about his articulation. So the head can look up just a wee bit, can look straight on. It'll go all the way around if you allow it to. The guns, they can go up. You can even fold them back into his back. I leave them out because that's how he is, but they do articulate up and down. You can even go back if you want to. So there you go. And then of course the arm goes up and it'll get you all the way up there. Look at that for a figure this early, all that articulation right there. And then of course, all the way around, you have to kind of watch out due to the door. He does have bicep swivel. Yeah, I'll still give it a bicep because it does a double jointed elbow. And then of course the double jointed elbow, of course, so he can go up like that due to transformation only, but still pretty cool that he gives you that much. The fingers, the hands, except for the nope, even the trigger fingers on a single pin, it just is kind of shaping a little differently, but they go in and out. And he does have wrist rotation. Let's move these out of the way. You can get a nice, it is a very stiff
a very stiff halfway rotation. I forget, waist rotation, excuse me. You can move up the pads. There's only on his 2 sides, and you can go back. Oh, he gets you almost all the way back. He can go out. He can do the full splits, and then he can get you a, oh no, he can't. Wow, he doesn't get that much of a kick because of the front plate. The front plates right here don't move. So there we go. And then he does have a double jointed knee, so he can get all the articulation. You can just there we go. Oh, I kind of missed Chancellor. So yeah, he can kind of do that. And then, of course, he does have thigh rotation. And last but not least, his heel spur moved. You can get ankle tilt kind of inward diagonal. You can get it down. You can get it up just a little bit. He's got all kinds of ankle tiltage, and the feet do. Again, the feet do like to kind of come apart of themselves. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, again, for a figure of this age, you know, you can see why, you can see this is kind of the, where it all began with Masterpiece. And yes, I think the articulation definitely still stands up on this figure. Moving on to our accessories, he does come with quite a few. Now, again, this and first off, I'm going to go with the gun because we already kind of looked at the gun. We'll take a look at it once again. But so you have the handle right here, and what you can do is he does have the slot in the hand, and it fits right in just nicely, and he'll grasp it, he'll hold that just fine. But wait, there's more. This is why I bought these plus figures. He comes with some nice blast effects. Now, because I bought this secondhand, I am missing one. He comes with one blast effect for the gun, and then of course he comes with these 2 posts right here that'll be blast effects for his 2 shoulder launchers on back. And these are transferable. You can give one to Prowl. In fact, sometimes I give one to Prowl. You can give one to Smokescreen or any other figure that you want, and they're done this nice kind of a deeper transparent orange. Looks really, really cool. It's very cartoony, very, very neat. And again, so what you have here is you have this back post right here, and you can see how this kind of fits in. So I'm missing 2 pieces. I'm missing the little shot piece that attaches here, and then the back piece. So this thing is kind of dead right now. You know, the downsides of getting a figure secondhand, and you could just put this right in there, and he can have that. And then if you want, you can fit the long blast effect on his gun, and get that a bit more stable. You can fit the long blast effect on his gun just like that, and he could just like go to town on someone, man. He can go crazy. So that is pretty cool looking. Again, this is what I love about these plus figures. They come with all the cool little accessories that just kind of make the figure for me. And then of course he does come with a few alternate face sculpts as well. And he comes with, of course, his happy smiling face, and then he comes with his Battle Ono Pikachu face, and those look very good, done very similar fashion. And the way you change these out, you just pull from the top here. You can see his whole crest comes off, and it's just a simple, you got a little peg, and you just put that in there, and they'll stay in there just fine like that. So again, yeah, lots of neat little accessories just to give this guy some extra nice little additional touches, and it is super, super cool. I absolutely love it. And let's do some quick comparisons. So first off, let's get him in with the boss spot, and in fact, let's bring in a couple other of the Autobot team. We'll bring in Sunstreaker, and we'll bring in Ironhide, and yeah, they look, it's just like the family, the band got back together. It's really, really good looking. So, and of course, but this is a wide-ranging collection, so we don't just do Takara bots here. So let us get him in there with a couple of the Fans Toys Autobots. Let's bring in Phantasm, and let's bring in Jive, aka Jazz, and Mirage, and yeah. Again, they all fit right in together. It is super cool how well these guys look together. Again, absolutely awesome. I love it. So yeah, there you go. So let's summarize, and there it is for MP-18 Plus Bluestreak, and yeah, or the Toon version of Bluestreak, I should say. And yeah, you know, a nice toony take on an old, arguably like one of the oldest Masterpiece molds, and I absolutely love it. You know what, I can certainly see the arguments, especially now that I've kind of taken a deeper look into it today. I can certainly see the arguments where people are saying, you know, they're waiting for a Fans Toys rendition of the Datsun team, or they're, you know, or they want to see Takara do 2.0, and I get those arguments.
performance. But on the flip side, you know, this thing still has magnificent articulation. I absolutely love it. I mean, it's super posable, super fun to play with. I think the car mode looks good. I think the transformation is simple. It's fun. There's not too much to it. And in fact, arguably, this is from a time when masterpieces were still had relatively fun transformations for the most part. I mean, it depends on who you are, but you know, a lot of them they can get pretty complicated. And this is relatively simple on that front. So there is that. And also, again, I think that the inclusion of the accessories, the blast effects, the face effects, give it kind of a new new way of playability or displayability, you know, whatever you like to do with your figures. I also indeed, again, I really enjoy the inclusion of the blue tinted transparent plastic for the glass of the car. So yeah, again, just it is an old mold, yes, but I personally still think this old mold has spunk, and I quite frankly like spunk. So that being said, that's going to conclude this review. If you want to buy one of these on your own, I can only wish you the best of luck. I know Chosen Prime had this at their booth at TFCon Chicago. I think this is arguably one of the easier plush versions to find, but still no less expensive. I know a lot of the plus versions are going for big bucks, like $200. So if you can get it for relatively cheap, even if it doesn't come with the box like mine, I would say jump on it, because you never know when you're going to see it again. A lot of people, you know, tend to hoard these because they are the cartoon accurate versions until we get something from a third party or a 2.0 from Takara. So just kind of look on eBay, look on the interwebs, or just kind of keep your eyes out to the toy stores for that occasional restock or getting something used in. But that being said, I will put a link to Big Bad Toy Store down in the description below, just because you can still buy other Transformers toys from there. And if you like this video, consider liking the video. Also consider subscribing to the channel. We are trying to grow, and of course growing a little bit more every single day. So again, thank you so much if you're already subscribing, and if you are thinking about it, I definitely thank you as well. And that being said, I have been FC Finch. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.